pike, and I'm like,
She did.
I wonder.
It's like an
You
airboat.
can go anywhere you want in the Vex Milk, and it's not going to hurt you if you're on a pike.
If you're on a pike.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're on a pike. So I went and I tested all the limits, and I went and I saw exactly how far it could go. Like back
saw that
there.
you said turn
I was
back,
getting
didn't
red. Yeah, when you have an abandoned pike, the lonely drag at the bottom of the Vex Milk.
I was
yeah,
also very surprised with the size of the environment of the strike.
Yeah, it was huge.
It's huge.
I'm surprised they let us see as much as they did. I mean, with drop ships and everything. The only enemy that we didn't see was like Brawl and stuff like that, and I would imagine they would be there anyways. No hide.
Right.
No, it wouldn't seem right above ground.
I need to
and all
find
that.
the Fallen, because I've seen clips that there's Fallen in the environment,
They're in
but
the
I haven't.
strike.
What? Yeah,
I haven't
there's one right
experienced
there.
them yet.
There's Captain right there. They're duking it out with a bunch of the Cabal.
Maybe I'm too
you
slow,
have to run in.
and I get there after the Cabal have wiped them out.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it. Yeah, and I think it's making a point with the story and the strike. Very, very great story and strike. Did I see
Cool rocks.
a door?
I love these rocks. Sorry.
Oh, I know. The whole environment is just beautiful, and it's huge. And we realized, too, that things were time-gated, because there was a set of teleporters that were out one time when we were there, and the next time they weren't.
Oh, sure.
So the first day that we were in there, so when we were in there on Tuesday night, they weren't there. When we went in there on Wednesday night, they were there. And then when I went to go shoot this last night, they were not there. So
Not there again.
The fact that, I can have proven with my eyes visually that the environment changes, and there's the pike posse. There's a posse of pikes.
Say that 5 times fast.
Posse
Probably
of pikes,
not.
posse of pikes, posse of pikes, posse of pikes, posse of pikes,
Oh, wow.
posse of pikes.
Literary champion.
And done.
Yeah, that could have gone really badly.
You were playing with disaster there.
I don't remember what I was talking about.
We were talking about time-gated events.
Oh yeah, time-gated events. The fact that, like, with my own eyes, I witnessed that they did change things. Like, and like everything was low key. There wasn't anything specific to that, but having that change like on a day-to-day basis is crazy.
It makes me wonder, how they said that they wanted to make the engine more flexible to real-time changes for live events and, these whole lost sectors and unlocking certain things at certain times. I wonder if this was part of their test. They were saying, okay, we're going to put this strike. We know that it's a patrol zone, which means there's certain aspects that we can turn off and on. And here we want to flip a switch and open up,
testing.
An area. And then we're going to turn that switch off and just see how the engine responds to the stimulation to turn those things on or off. And that's why now, we've missed our window and now we're not seeing it. They tested that functionality, they were satisfied with it, and now they've moved on.
Yeah.
I think you're probably right. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, so far people have been able to glitch into what's pretty much assumed or suspected to be one of those lost sectors. And that's actually the Vex door. The one that looks like the vault of glass, the one that you saw from earlier,
okay.
Yep, it's actually, that's where they were able to go in there. Now, there's another door that's going to come up in the video that I thought looked suspicious. It could be just there for architectural purposes. But I think that, like right here, I do think that this might open up for us.
Yeah.
It's too conspicuous, I think.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's weird. The design doesn't look like it's for nothing.
Right.
Could be.
It doesn't belong
there was
there.
doors in the tower that stayed closed, and then there was just a ramen shop behind them. But it's exciting though. Oh, I think we're about to see the door right here.
I started with the door close up, and then I ended up with the door back there. But that was like a really amazing surprise, because that's probably one of the things I love the most about the game is finding all the locations and looking at the landscape, and those were like my favorite Bungie shows that they did. The streams, they had that series of streams, and the ride-alongs, like they did a ride-along with like Craig when he was on Guardian Radio.
Rocks.
Rocks and science. And so like now, like, because I always loved I loved that, like now I look at like, ooh, how are they, like I said, like I loved those rocks. So that's translated into Destiny 2, so I was super excited to be able to explore.
That's amazing. Did I ever tell you about when Craig tried to help me with Gishwis last year?
Okay, we'll talk about that later.
It's coming right up.
We'll talk about that later.
Anyway, yeah. NASA guy. Yeah, anyway, let's throw some more of that bean footage, Gray.
Yeah, I'm going to go and I'm going to show up my clips. So this is, the intro mission, Homecoming, which, you load into the beta. This is your first experience. And the things that really struck me here, right? Initially, this is our first encounter with our only encounter with Cade, but our first encounter with an NPC being interactive in the mission. And it felt so cinematic, but it wasn't a cutscene. And I love the aspect of it. And then as you're walking through here and you get your first interaction with Shaxx, a couple of things that I wanted to point out here. So first of all, the rendering on Shaxx just looks fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing is...
He has a raised lighter.
He does have a raised lighter, yep. But the way that the sparks are falling on his character... And the way that the particle effects of those sparks respond to his polygons, his animation, is it's amazing. It's so immersive. It seems very realistic.
It's like a cutscene you can walk through.
Right. Yeah. There's a part where it hits the top of his sword, and it just kind of, some of it dissolves on top of his sword. Like the sparks are kind of fizzling out.
Fizzle out.
And the rest of them are bouncing off of him. And the amount of detail that they put into that just surprised me. And this is my jaw is dropped as I'm playing through this mission for the first time.
Yeah.
It looks fantastic. The colors are rich. The textures are superior. And I mean, they should be superior to Destiny 1. This is 3 years newer than Destiny 1. And they truly delivered on it. So this is one of the first ones that I was really impressed by. My second clip is as we get to some of the environment that we're familiar with from Destiny 1. So we're at the Tower Plaza, and it's just being completely destroyed by the Cabal. Missiles are coming in, and we're seeing familiar places. The pillars, these environments have been destroyed, and it was just kind of striking to me to be in such a familiar environment, looking better than it looks in Destiny 1 because we're in the new engine, and yet so different because of what's going on in the story.
Yeah.
And this,
did you try to open
we don't
your
know
vault?
what's going to happen, but this might be the only time we get to experience the tower. The tower might be gone.
This could be the end of it. Yeah. Forever.
Can we talk about how awesome it is that they seamlessly plopped people in?
Yeah, that is awesome. They gave you a fire team, like randos.
Well, but not even a fire team. It was just this is our social space, and yes, there are people here. It made it more real to me. It blew my mind.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. I tried to use the vault. I tried to open it, for a while.
You try to get your stuff
for longer than you should have.
Longer than I died many times.
Well, it looks like it's up intermittently, so who knows?
Yeah, and something I haven't been able to do yet, but I want to go back in and have this happen. You can actually res Zavala. He can actually die in this encounter, and you can res him. And I guess he's been careful each time I've played with him that he hasn't died, but
I got to
very
res him.
Cool what Bungie did with this, and really love this experience. I mean, what a great way to kick off the beta, but I'm also assuming how they're kicking off Destiny 2.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. I played the mission many times. It's really, really fun. I really like it. Yeah, I would get near the end and then I would just log out of that character, then log back in and try and go again. Because it just starts the mission over for you. Yeah, so my clip is also from the tower here. Here it goes. And I was talking about this, the Titan and all his abilities and stuff. And if you want to know what I'm going to be doing in Destiny 2, I'm just going to straight be shooting all the bullets all the time. Did you see this? How long have I been shooting here? Just duck behind that short shield. Yeah, I mean, how many? Yeah, let's see.
I'm sorry, that is so OP.
Still shooting, and I'm still shooting. Yeah, so full disclosure, I cut all this together to make it look like I was shooting longer than I was. But many times, I had a chance to really showcase. It literally was
hacked. You hacked it.
I had a chance to showcase something from the beta, and I just chose bullets. everywhere all the time.
Yeah.
For so long. But yeah, it does apply. Like you duck behind that short barrier, you come out, your weapon is reloaded. The Sweet Business has 99 rounds anyway. I never even stop firing because I don't want it to slow down. I duck in, I come back out, I keep firing just all the time. And in fact, you'll see at the end of the clip, I just kept firing. I just wanted to keep killing things, and I accidentally shoot my fire team partner, the guy that they did put with me.
Oops.
For a long time. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing in Destiny 2. Nice. I'll be standing in a warlock pool that does DPS, extra DPS, and I'll just be firing my bullets for days. Yeah, I'll be handling Sweet Business.
So, I mean, this is kind of a good time to talk about one of my favorite things in the beta, and just what is going to be awesome in Destiny 2 is the sound of these guns. I mean, Destiny 1 already had a great audio mix, and Destiny 2, I mean, talk about nailing it with the sound of these weapons.
Oh, man.
Probably the biggest one that I thought that they made the biggest improvement on was the auto rifles. I mean, they sounded okay in Destiny 1, but they certainly didn't make it feel like you had a powerful weapon in your hands from the audio of it. Yeah. But now with a little bit of a pew 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 type sound, but now in Destiny 2, I mean, they sound meaty. They've got some heft to them, and they feel good.
It's satisfying. It's meaty.
Meaty.
She's gonna lose it.
I could say something, but then I'll get called phrasing.
Oh yeah, you're right. Everything, like not only that, like the abilities. Okay, so like you throw a grenade, and it hits, and it explodes, and it feels amazing. Like especially electric grenades. I mean, just the sound effects and what happens to the enemies when you hit them. Everything just feels super visceral, super exciting. I know it's a new game, and I'm sure we'll get used to it and get totally jaded about it, like we did for Destiny 1. I'm sure a lot of people did. So, but everything in it is. What I would say is it's like Destiny 1, except for your quality of life and the excitement of being in the world has been ramped up.
Right.
Everything in it feels funner to use and more satisfying to use. The abilities are more exciting to use, like, and if you're not a hunter, and it's really, really a blast. I really enjoy it. Even the delivery system for the Cabal and just the way that it hits and like I actually saw one of those kill another Cabal. There was a shielded Cabal, and it landed right on him and killed him. I was like, I mean,
awesome.
yeah. So it's the stuff that I love about Destiny 1. Like even weird physics things happening. Some of the enemies will shoot you with physics-based weapons like the Scions, and they've got the physics right enough to rely on that. And they'll knock you into the air. They'll knock you back. Like move you to different parts of the map. Like I really, really have enjoyed the beta so far. So I can't wait for the real game, the full game.
Favorite new enemy type so far is the dude with the cleavers. I was not expecting that.
The butchers?
Okay, so I know people are like, ooh, reskin Cabal, reskin Cabal.
No,
there's nothing that we've seen about these guys before. They are absolutely completely brand new. I love it. I love it. So I mean, so for the people that are like, "Oh, it's just reskins," it's not just a reskin. No, you're just being salty at that point.
Yeah. They also did a really good job, I think, working on the AI of the enemies, because I feel like they are responding to my movement better than the enemies in Destiny 1. And I mean, you'd expect some improvement with time, and we're in a different generation of the game, but I didn't expect it to be noticeable that these are the same enemies, but they are acting very different from the enemies that I'm used to fighting. The Vex, actually not quite as much. I did not notice the Vex interacting with me in our engagements differently, but the Cabal, I did have some times that I was like, that's interesting that Centurion is attacking me in this way, because I'm used to being able to observe his mechanic that he's just going to repeat over and over again, and then develop a strategy against it. I felt like in this first mission, when we came up against the Centurions, they changed their tactics. They approached the encounter a little differently based on where I was coming in from.
No, they did. Totally. They definitely shift their shields in different directions depending on what area that you're approaching from, and they group up and they hide behind each other's shields. So like they have like group play interaction stuff, and I don't feel like they have that before. So that is definitely something I noticed, is that it seems like they are, playing as a fire team too, which is really cool.
Yeah, very immersive.
It's gonna make every encounter feel differently too, because they're gonna be reacting to the way that we play it. So I look forward to confusing the AI with my strange way of playing and just seeing what they do. Like that one guy I was playing, it's super weird. I was trying to, my rule for that guy with the shield was I'm gonna shoulder charge this guy to death. So I was like making passes at him, I was coming through, shoulder charge, run away, like come back, like burn his shield down with the energy weapon, come through, shoulder charge. I was getting ready to come in and shoulder charge him for that last one, and just that giant cabal delivery device landed right on his head and killed him. I was like, stole my kills. But there's going to be so many great moments in Destiny 2, I can already tell. So
we're actually getting a little bit long for our first segment of the show, but let's do maybe a one-word close on our impression of Destiny 2, and we will start with Mark Square.
Fantastic.
All right, Una?
Fresh.
Fresh? I like that.
Fresh. It's double entendre there.
I'm going to say...
I'm going to say,
uh-oh. And the reason why I'm going to say uh-oh is as I left Destiny 2 beta and my initial experiences with all encounters, I was going, this is a game that I'm willing to give another 1,000 hours of my life to. And Destiny is the only other game I've ever given 1,000 hours or more of my life to, which means that there's other things in my life which are going to continue to not get the attention that it deserves.
Like toenail clipping.
So
just like coming out.
There's a reason why the webcams are here and above.
That's right.
All right.
Just flip flops with gnarly toenails.
Great. Well, that was a good opening. I think we should head to maybe our next location. What do you guys say?
Sounds good.
Yeah, I agree. Let's move
on.
on.
Away.
I'll see you there.
Yeah.
And we're going to move on to a segment that we like to call
Hammer Forged.
This is where we highlight a community artist, a Destiny community artist, that does a little bit different trade. So if they do crafting, if they do sculpture, if they do something that actually involves creating something physical as opposed to what you'd expect in digital art or even physical art of like a painting or something like that. Hammer Forged, just like you would think, we're looking for what artists are doing that is actually creating something that's more like a model or something like that.
Three-dimensional.
Yeah, or like a cosplay or something like that in the future.
Yeah, cosplay.
Yeah,
that would
exactly.
Be awesome.
We'll be highlighting cosplayers and the like. But this week, Mark Square tapped one of his close friends, and who do we got to showcase this week?
We have Brick and Nick. So he's very, you probably have seen his stuff recently, even if you don't know. He did the full scale Young Wolf's Howl that was at Guardian Con. He did a Suros shotgun that was in the D2 beta, or the promo poster. He did that. Actually, I've learned something cool about that Young Wolf's Howl. The Lego version does the exact same amount of DPS as the Young Wolf's Howl in the game. In fact,
nice.
It's because you just don't know how to do it. Use it.
Don't know how to use that. Yeah. So he's really, really talented, and his name, if you're looking for him, is Brick and Nick. So Brick I-N Nick. So check him out. And this week we've got our Hammer Forged of him building a sidearm with Legos, which is, and also just so you guys know, the little intro that we just had with the G and H, he is not responsible. I did that, and that's why it's awful and not good. So let's see how
fine.
Mark,
just okay.
I haven't played the intro yet.
Super basic. Oh man.
Oops.
There's your intro.
There it is. Yeah, sorry about this. It looks like the dragon from the Atari game Adventure in the end there. So I did this little time lapse in honor of Brick and Nick being on the show. Messed up the end, turned into a plus. So here is his video. Destiny 2 sidearm in the brick.
He is so organized.
He is. Look, he's got all his pieces laid out. Yeah. I've recently asked him about commissioning I'd like to have a ghost. A full-size ghost made out of Legos. So usually when those guys do that, they'll glue all the pieces together and everything, so it's a permanent item. It's an actual sculpture. There we go.
There's a whole movie about gluing stuff together. Legos.
Oh.
The Lego
is
movie.
It? The Lego movie, yeah.
Now, is this an actual sidearm in the game? Is this like a replica? Which one? Do you know the name of it?
I don't. It's in the beta though, right?
Oh, it's one of the new weapons.
I think it is, yeah. But not only that, but like if a Vex attacks, check this out. Mm-hmm. I have to admit, I squealed when I saw this the first time. You guys were there. Oh, I said. Pew. Oh, pew pew. Fully fireable. Oh, that's right. Getting it right in the cabals.
Got wrecked.
Absolutely,
awesome.
Yeah.
So
that was a great video.
Yeah, I loved it. Yeah. So if you guys want to check out Brick and Nick, go to BRICKINNICK, and he is on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram, all with that name, BRICKINNICK. So Brickin' Nick, and he'll have a lot of satisfying stuff for you to look at. He did the Discord app logo, which was awesome. And so I really, he's done all kinds of stuff. He's constantly doing Destiny stuff. So he's a member of the DCA as well with me. So that's how I got to know him. And I really, really appreciate him sending in that video. And if anybody wants to send in videos of any kind, whether it's clips of the game that they've played or artwork, what is our feedback email, Una?
It is g&hfeedback@gmail.com. So it's not a little icon, and it's just straight the word g&hfeedback@gmail.com.
All right, yeah. So send us all anything you want to see featured here on the show. Give us a little description, and give us also in that email put how we should promote you as well. What are you on? Twitch, Twitter, Instagram? Just your preferred method of getting your Destiny art out there. Make sure you put that in the email as well, so we can give you a plug. We really appreciate the Destiny community and all the positive, wonderful people in it, and that's one of the reasons why we're here. We want to promote you guys and get the word out about great Guardians all over the galaxy. So go ahead and send stuff into our email there.
The Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh crap! Marvel gonna sue.
Can't use that. Yep. Trademark.
Cut that out. Well, thanks a lot, guys, for joining us for episode 3. We've had a really great time making the show. I hope you have a really great time watching it. So, Una, is there any place that they should look to find us?
Yeah, like we said earlier in the show, our feedback email is up. It's g&hfeedback@gmail.com. So, yeah, any videos you guys want to send us, any feedback, we want to, enjoy the things that you guys enjoy. So totally share away. Super interested in that. You can reach us on our Twitter. Our kind of group handle is G&H Show. That's it. We're very lucky that wasn't taken. My personal one is Unilala, so YUNIELALA. Grey Ghost is Grey, Grey, not AY, Ghost 2E. And then Mark is Mark Square _ at the end.
And we will see you guys in episode 4.
All right. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.